Hello everyone, this is the Historiographer. Today, we will be discovering the life and times of the man whose ambitions led him to becoming one of the most famous rulers of Al-Andalus. Thanks to his political cunning and shrewdness, he quickly scaled up the Umayyad bureaucracy, and, as a result, he founded a state within a state. His military exploits were unrivaled by any Islamic ruler in the history of Al-Andalus, as he raided the Iberian kingdoms to the north 57 times in his lifetime, not once suffering a defeat. His name struck fear in the hearts of European popes and monarchs, as he restored the power of Al-Andalus. Meet Muhammad ibn Abi Amir al-Mansur, or commonly known to the Iberians as Al-Manzur. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, as it helps massively. Now back to the video. Muhammad ibn Abi Amir was born in 939 in Algeciras, on the southern tip of the Iberian Peninsula. He was born into an Arab landowning family of Yemeni origin, belonging to the Al-Ma'afir tribe. They had been established in the peninsula since the Islamic conquest of Iberia from the Visigothic kingdom in 710 AD. His father, Abdullah, was described as a pious and a kind man, who died in Tripoli while returning from his pilgrimage to Mecca, while his mother, Burayha, also belonged to an Arab family from the Banu Tamim tribe. After the death of his father, the young Muhammad traveled to Qurtuba, where he developed his studies in law, literature, the Quran, and the prophetic Sunnah, thus completing his education as a faqih. However, the death of his father and the bad family situation led him to abandon his studies and take the profession of a scribe. The position of a scribe was important during this time, since it was the only source of communication between the people and the ruling court, since the people went to the scribes to write their complaints. Indeed, he opened a scribe shop near the Mosque of Qurtuba, which was close to the offices of administration, in order to earn his livelihood. He stood out among other scribes due to his excellent writing style and his competence. Ibn Abi Amir soon caught the attention of Vizier and Hajib Ja'far al-Mushafi, head of the civil administration and chamberlain of the Caliph, who would soon introduce him to the royal court. Muhammad ibn Abi Amir, who was by now in his 30s, began to accumulate positions in the administration of the Umayyad Caliph Al-Hakam II. In 967, he was given charge of Abdurrahman, the son and heir of Al-Hakam II, at the behest of his young wife Subh the Bask, who owed her power due to her being the mother of the Caliph's children. Muhammad ibn Abi Amir forged a privileged relationship with Subh, which was extremely beneficial for his career. Thanks to his knowledge, professionalism, and the intercession of Subh, he became director of the mint in 967, the steward the next year, and was promoted to the Qadi of Seville and Niebla, two of the most important cities in the state. By 970, the young heir, Abdurrahman, had died, and Ibn Abi Amir was thus placed in the same role for the other son of the Caliph, the 11-year-old heir Hisham. Furthermore, he obtained the command of the police of Qurtuba. However, his meteoric rise to power provoked a number of statesmen who saw in his rise to positions a major threat to theirs, so he was accused of embezzlement from the money of the mint. Due to the suspicion of Al-Hakam II, he was removed from the position of head of the mint, but he kept the rest of his positions, including the guardian of the young child and heir Hisham, giving him a huge deal of influence in the matters of the state. In 973, Muhammad ibn Abi Amir regained the trust of the Caliph, and was subsequently given the official position of High Qadi of the Umayyad possessions in North Africa. He thus undertook the logistical, administrative, and diplomatic aspects of the Umayyad military campaign against the Zaydi Idrisids in the Maghrib. His responsibility in his role was to obtain the submission of the notable Berber and Arab tribes of the region, by giving them formal gifts to sway them towards the Caliph. After achieving victory against the Idrisids, Ibn Abi Amir returned to Qurtuba in 974. His participation in the campaign allowed him to gain a loyal following of Berber troops, which would prove essential to him in the future. It also allowed him to establish relations with the tribal leaders in the area, and with his future powerful father-in-law, the General Ghalib, who had led the military aspects of the operation. Nevertheless, Ibn Abi Amir's ability to manage the organizational, logistical, and economic aspects of the campaign was widely recognized, and he was rewarded with his reappointment as head of the mint, as well as being appointed the inspector of the professional troops, which included the bulk of the Berber troops he brought from the Maghrib. The death of the ailing caliph in 976 would rearrange the political situation in Al-Andalus, and would prove to be a critical period in Andalusian history. Thank you for watching, and join us next time, where we will see how Ibn Abi Amir became the de facto ruler of Al-Andalus by eliminating his political rivals, and how his rule presented the epitome of power and the golden age of Al-Andalus.